Hello friends, in the past videos we have seen how to find the pile capacity in clays and also we have solved some problems based on the piles in clays. In the present video, we will see how to find the pile capacity in sands. So that's why I'll write it down, piles in sands. If you recall how to find the capacity of a pile, that will be summation of end bearing resistance plus frictional resistance. So that can be find out by using QB, directly I'm writing QB into AB plus QS into AS. So as of now, you already know how to find the end bearing area and also surface area AS. Now we will see how to find the QB and QS. What is meant by QB? QB is nothing but a end bearing resistance. End bearing resistance. So in general, how to find the end bearing resistance? That can be represented as CNC plus gamma D into NQ. So if you are talking about the sandy soil, what about the cohesion value? 0. Then what about your end bearing resistance? That will be equal to gamma into D. That can be, I will write it in as simply sigma bar into NQ. So what is QB end bearing resistance? What is sigma bar? That will be nothing but a effective overburden pressure at the tip of pile. And NQ value, they will mention in the question. No need to remember anything. Okay. Now, this is what about the end bearing resistance. Let us talk about the frictional resistance. If it is a frictional resistance, it can be represented by using QS. That will be equal to, can be written as in general, alpha into C bar plus sigma H bar into tan delta. Here, if we are talking about the sandy soil, what about C value? 0. Now, your frictional resistance will become, that will be equal to sigma H bar into tan delta. What is meant by sigma H bar? Lateral earth pressure. So that can be found out by using some constant K into average stress along vertical direction into tan delta. Okay. Now, K is nothing but a lateral earth pressure constant. Lateral earth pressure constant. What about the sigma average? Sigma bar average, that will be equal to average vertical stress. Average vertical stress. Say as we are talking about sigma bar, we have to talk about the average effective vertical stress. What about delta? That will be nothing but a friction angle. So this is what about the frictional resistance of a pipe in sands. Now compile all the equations. Suppose if you are talking about the friction pile, if you are talking about friction pile only, what about the ultimate capacity of a pile? That will be nothing but a QS. That can be found out by using K into effective average vertical stress into tan delta. Suppose if it is an end bearing pile, what will be the ultimate capacity of a pile? That will be equal to QB. That will be equal to, what about end bearing resistance? That can be written as sigma bar into NQ into end bearing area. Sorry, here we have forgot to write down the end bearing, surface area. Suppose if it is a friction come end bearing pile. If it is a friction come end bearing pile. So the ultimate capacity of a pile, that can be written as summation of end bearing resistance plus summation of frictional resistance. That can be written as sigma bar into NQ into end bearing area plus K into average vertical stress into tan delta. This is what the end bearing resistance into surface area AS. So depending upon the type of the pile, we have to find out the pile capacity. And these are the formulas that will be used if your pile is in sands. Okay. In the next video, we will see what is meant by a critical length of a pile in sand. Thank you.